Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. Cover your nose and mouth with mask. Keep social distance. Use sanitizer. Stay home. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Schools are especially for small children and old people. Thank you.
Myself Aditi Sandeep Pednekar. Today I am going to talk about very important topic, and that is money. History of money says in the earliest time people used to use barter system to buy and sell goods. After the invention of money, the earliest method totally changed. Now money is medium of exchange. We use money, we need money for lot of things. Here is a chart explain why do we need money. We need money for medical purpose, for helping needy people, for college and school fees, for food and water, etc. Money is manufactured in mines. There are many techniques which are used to make money. There, the serial number used in a case of making money are not just a mere numbers. They are alphanumeric codes for 12 reserve banks. Do you know the very first USA had run on a power of a horse to print money. Our country India uses currency rupee. Most highest currency in the world is of Kuwaiti dinar, which is 1 Kuwaiti dinar is equal to 233 Indian currency. Let's spotlight on our currency rupee. Now currency is a symbol of money. Now let me show you the Indian currency. First we'll go with the coins. This is 1 rupee coin. This is 2 rupee coin. This is 5 rupee coins. This is 10 rupee coins. Now I will go with notes. This is 10 rupee note. This is 20. This is 50. This is 100. This is 200. This is 500 and this is 2000. People says money have a power to change one's social status, but we should not think the same. But money is only the medium of exchange. Our way of thinking highlights our social status. So here we come to the end of this talk. Thank you all from my bottom of my heart and enjoy the day.
Morning, my dear students and my parents. My name is Farid Ajaravan. Then I am going to talk about our useful thing plants. Plants are the most useful for us. They will be 6 big groups of kingdoms of living things, which means they have complex cells. They make their own food. Plants include familiar types such as trees, herbs, bushes, etc. Plants help in maintaining oxygen balance, the most important gas that enable us to breathe. Animals emit, emit carbon dioxide by talking oxygen. This rise the carbon dioxide levels in air is required by plants. These plants have branches, roots, leaves, fruits, flowers, and stem, etc. Plants will live in forest, jungle, and other some places. Information on different parts of plants. Diagrams are there. Thank you.
My name is Nikita Ramchandra Polke. I am studying in Standard 6. My school name is Sarvodaya Vivek Jeevan Vidya Public School, Kadilas. Today we will learn about types of sentences. Now I will 3 sentences and let's discuss some answers. Okay. First sentence. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. What is this sentence telling us about? Yes, this tells us some information. Next sentence. Humphrey Dumpty had a great fall. What is this sentence telling? Yes, this sentence is showing a strong emotion or surprise. Next sentence. How did Humphrey Dumpty fall? What is this sentence telling? Yes, this sentence is asking a question. Now, let's three types of sentences. Types of sentences. First type of sentence is telling sentence. What does telling sentence tell us about? Telling sentence tell us fact or opinion and it ends with a full stop. Now we'll give you one example. Yesterday I went to the restaurant. Sentence telling. Yes, this sentence is telling us a fact or opinion. It is giving the information that yesterday I went to the restaurant. Okay. Next sentence. Surprise sentence. Surprise sentence shows strong emotion or surprise and it ends with an exclamation mark. Now I will give one. Yesterday I ate delicious pani puri. What is this sentence telling us? Yes, this sentence is showing a strong emotion or surprise. Next, question sentence. Question sentence asks a question and it ends with a question mark. Now I will give you one example. Again, which delicious dishes you ate in the restaurant? What is this sentence telling? This sentence is asking a question that again, which dishes you ate in the restaurant? So these were some three types of sentences. Telling sentence, surprise sentence and question sentence. After writing this sentence, don't forget to give the marks. For telling sentence, we use full stop. For surprise sentence, use exclamation mark. And for question sentence, use question mark. Okay? So these were types of sentences. Bye. Thank you.
सण म्हणजे काय असतं या विषयावर काही बोलणार आहे. सण म्हणजे काय असतं? सण म्हणजे तो क्षण असतो जिथे सर्वजण एकत्र येतात. सणांमध्ये विविध प्रकारचे कार्य केले जातात, जसे विविध प्रकारच्या रांगोळ्या बनवणे, सजावट करणे, नवीन कपडे खरेदी करणे इत्यादी. आपल्या भारतात विविध प्रकारचे सण साजरे केले जातात, जसे दिवाळी, होळी, रक्षाबंधन, गणेश चतुर्थी इत्यादी. सर्व सण वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीने साजरे केले जातात. सणांमध्ये कोणी कोणाला वेगळे वागवत नाही. एकत्र येऊन सण साजरा करण्यात जितका आनंद येतो तितका आनंद एकटे राहून सण साजरा करण्यात कधीच नसतो. सणांमध्ये खूप मूल्य महत्व असते. सण आपल्या जीवनाला पूर्ण करतात. सण वर्तमान व भूतकाळ यांना जोडून ठेवतात. धन्यवाद.
मैं छठी कक्षा में पढ़ती हूँ। आज मैं आप सबको ऐसी वीरांगनाओं के बारे में बताने वाली हूँ जो क्रांति कर चुकी है और जो क्रांति कर रही है। हमारे सामने बहुत उदाहरण हैं, जैसे कि झांसी की रानी, तारा रानी, इंदिरा गांधी, मदर टेरेसा, अहिल्याबाई होलकर, मुमताज शाही। इन सारी महिलाओं ने बहुत क्रांति की है। इनमें से ही एक सावित्रीबाई फुले जी। उन्होंने लड़कियों को पढ़ाने के लिए बहुत कुछ किया। उनका जन्म 3 जनवरी 1831 में नायगांव में सातारा में हुआ। उन्होंने लड़कियों को पढ़ाने की ठान ली थी। उनके पति एक शिक्षक थे। उनके पति ने उनको सिखाया और वो एक शिक्षिका बन गई। उस वक्त भारत में लड़कियों को सिखाने की मनाही थी, पर सावित्रीबाई फुले जी उनको सिखाना चाहती थी। उसके लिए उनको बहुत अन्याय सहना पड़ा। तो उनको बहुत अन्याय सहना पड़ा, पर आखिरकार उन्हें सफलता मिल गई। उनके पति ने पुणे में भारत में लड़कियों की पहली पाठशाला पुणे में खोली और वह सफल हो गई। उनका निधन 10 मार्च 1897 में हुआ। हमें उनका अभिमान होना चाहिए कि अगर उन्होंने यह नहीं किया तो आज हम लड़कियां यहाँ पढ़ नहीं सकती। और जैसे कि झलकारी बाई, उनके बारे में हम ज्यादा कुछ नहीं जानते, पर वह लक्ष्मीबाई की सखी थी। मैं उनके बारे में कुछ पंक्तियां कहना चाहूंगी। स्वतंत्रता की दिव्य मशाल में धड़का गई वह चिंगारी थी। हम समझ रहे इंग्रज समझ रहे जिसे रानी, वह वीरांगना झलकारी थी। बनकर मनु वह शतरूपा रानी का जीवन बचा गई। शतरूपा रानी का जीवन बचा गई। निज प्राण न्योछावर कर रण में मातृभूमि का रण चुका गई। मैं नारी के बारे में 2-3 पंक्तियां कहना चाहूंगी। नारी तू यह जाने है कि तुझ पे हमें अभिमान है। कुछ भेड़िया क्या जाने कि तेरी क्या पहचान है। तेरा मान तेरे संस्कार तेरी पहचान है। पूरी दुनिया जाने है कि तू भारत की शान है। धन्यवाद।
समता। आज मी अशा एक गंभीर विषयावर बोलणार आहे ही समस्या केवळ मानवापुरतीच मर्यादित नसून ही समस्या पशु पक्षी आणि निसर्गाची एक समस्या बनली आहे. प्राचीन काळात मानवाच्या गरजा मर्यादित होत्या. मानवी जीवन सुखमय, आनंदी आणि निसर्गमय होते. मानव निसर्गाच्या सानिध्यात आपले जीवन व्यतीत करत असत. हळूहळू मानवाची प्रगती होऊ लागली. त्यातच त्यांच्या गरजा वाढू लागल्या. त्यातील एक गरज म्हणजे प्लास्टिक. प्लास्टिकचे वेगवेगळे प्रकार आहेत. प्लास्टिक तयार करण्यासाठी विषारी रसायनाचा उपयोग केला जातो. हे तयार झालेले प्लास्टिक नष्ट होण्यासाठी 500 ते 1000 वर्ष लागते. हे विषारी घटकापासून तयार झालेल्या प्लास्टिकमुळे वायू प्रदूषण, जल प्रदूषण, माती प्रदूषण इत्यादी परिणाम होतात. हे समस्या थांबवण्यासाठी सरकारने प्लास्टिक बंदी घातली असली तरीही लोक प्लास्टिकचा वापर करतात आणि वाटेल तेथे टाकून देतात. जर आपल्याला प्लास्टिक मुक्त देश करायचा असेल तर सर्वांनी पहिला स्वतःला बदलले पाहिजे, तरच आपण हे करू शकतो. तर मी तुम्हाला काही दाखवणार आहे. हे एक उखंड आहे. या उखंडात आपण शिळे अन्न टाकतो आणि काही प्लास्टिक पण असते. तर प्राणी हे खायला येतात आणि खाताना त्यांच्या पोटात जर प्लास्टिकचे कण गेले तर ते मृत्युमुखी पडतात. तर आता हे एक तळं आहे. या तळ्यात बरेचसे प्राणी असतात, जसे की मासे, कासव. आणि आपण जे प्लास्टिक तळ्याशी टाकतो ते कुजून पाण्यात जाते आणि काही प्राणी त्याला अन्न समजून खातात आणि मृत्युमुखी पडतात. आणि तसेच काही मासे, कासव अडकतात आणि मृत्युमुखी पडतात. प्लास्टिक हा पृथ्वीचा भक्षक आहे. प्लास्टिक काढा, पृथ्वीचे रक्षक व्हा. धन्यवाद.
My name is Prajwali Maruthudli. I am studying in class 6. My subject is SS, Physical Division. India is marked by a diversity of physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, and coast. The Himalaya mountains are divided into parallel ranges. Himadri, Himachal. This the northmost range of the world's highest Shivaki. The Great Himalaya, the southmost range of the Himalaya. Bye. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Today I am going to say some few words on beautiful topic that is known as fabric. So in our day-to-day life we use many types of things that are made up of fabrics like clothes, curtains, bedsheets, sheets, etc. They play an important role in our daily life. These are different fabrics that are such as cotton, jute, wool, silk, etc. These all things are obtained like cotton by cotton plants, jute by jute plants, wool by sheep, and silk by silkworms. Fibers that are produced by help of chemicals are known as synthetic fibers. Nylon and polyester are its examples. Fibers are usually made up of loose threads and yarns. Yarns are nothing but many fibers that are twisted together, and fibers are thin strands that are obtained by plants, animals, or produced by chemicals. When we want to convert a fiber into yarn, we use spinning process. In that, many fibers are twisted together for getting yarn. And when we want to convert yarn into fabric, we use two processes that are winding and knitting. Winding means locking two sets of yarn into right angle, and knitting means looping yarns into multiple rows so that we can get fabric. In production of natural fibers like cotton, a large amount of land, water, energy is required, which is affect our environment. Synthetic fibers are also affecting our environment. I hope everyone understood. Bye bye.
Myself Sonam Uday Poddar. I study in standard 6. Today I am going to teach you about proportion. Rahul buys 6 bananas for ₹12 and Ram buys 4 bananas for ₹8. Now let us see who paid more per banana. The ratio of quantity paid is 6:12. And the ratio of quantity Ram brought to price paid is 4:8. 6:12 is equal to means 6 upon 12 means 6 multiplied by 2, answer is 12. So 2 comes under 1 and 1 upon 2. 4:8 means 4 upon 8 means 4 divided multiplied by 2, answer comes 8 is equal to 1 upon 2. Ratio 6:12 is same as ratio 4:8. So if two ratios are equal, then they are in proportion. We say that 6:12 same as 4:8. Bye. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Anushka Kalesh Patil. I am studying in Standard 6. Today I am going to tell you a story on the poem The Boy Who Never Lied. Well, let's start. Once upon a time, there was a boy whose name was Gopi. He studied in Standard 6. One day, he was entering the school. He met his friend Girish. They both were chatting, and while chatting, Girish asked Gopi, "Have you done your homework?" At that time, Gopi remembered that the teacher had gave him to do the homework, and last night he went for his friend's birthday party and returned home very late night. After some time, both of them went in the class and saw the teacher has not entered in the class, and other students who not done the homework, they are copying from the other notebook who have done the homework. Once Gopi also thought to do the same thing, but afterwards he thinks that we should not copy because copying is cheating, and we should not do the cheating because it makes a bad habit for us. After some time, the teacher entered the class and the class started. Gopi went near the teacher and said, "I am sorry, ma'am." And teacher asked, "Why you are saying sorry to me?" Gopi said, "Yesterday I know you have given the homework to do. I have not completed it because I have went to my friend's birthday party and returned home very late night. I am sorry, ma'am." Teacher said with a cute smile. She said, "I am very happy that you told me the truth. I appreciate your honesty." Gopi gave a cute smile and teacher said, "You can do homework in the lunch break. Thank you."
Hello, my name is Nehal Santosh Patil. I am studying in 6th standard. My school name is Sarvodaya Vivek Jeevan Vidya Public School. My topic is water. I am going to teach you water on the surface. The water is important for drinking, bathing, brushing, washing clothes, any other etc. The types of water. There are different types of water. Some are the variable and the some are invariable. Let's you see what the are mud, sand and grossils. These are variable to use when we take water from a river. Then in cupboard, stones of all sizes, clothes, small predators and stones, sand practicing in the mud. There are some important of the water. You know water is important for drinking, bathing, brushing. You know na, I told that first one. Yes, the small largest river. Which is a small largest river? There are, you know na? Yes. I am going to show one project and important of things. You know, this is a project of ours. Yes, you know, you saw. Now this is a water. I will drink and I will see this water. You saw, it is a water. Thank you. Bye.
Friends, myself Kanjangam. I am studying in 6th standard. My SLC subject is math and my topic is about ratio. Ratio are a helpful tool for comparing things to reach other in mathematics and real life. So it is important to know what they mean and how to use them. A ratio is a comparison of two or more numbers that indicates their sizes in relation to each other. For example, you have followed a group of 2 or 20 people and found that 13 of them prefer cake to ice cream and 7 of them prefer ice cream to cake. Then the ratio is 13:7. Thank you.
Good morning friends, my name is Sojal Anasef Kamble. I am studying in class 6. Today's my topic our world. Our world is facing too much problem because of the human. The human are cutting the trees and they are making too much building. Because of that, the animal population is decreasing day by day, and also they are making too much factories. In 2019, there was 10 million factories, and because of that factory pollution, there is big hole in ozone layer. It is 24 kilometer bigger and because of it, any meteor shower can become in this year, and to recover that we want 50 years. And also in our world there is now corona. Because of the corona, so much people had expired, and this corona has started from China, and it had came in India on 13 January 2020 in Kerala. And because of this, in India, not in India only, in whole world, there the people are expired too much, and because of this, people are getting too much suffered, and in our whole world there is too much loss, because in this corona we had not went to school, our office, and our we can't go to outside also, and because of this the whole world had get too much loss. And in this also there is global warming, and the global warming is increasing day by day, and I will request you to don't make our world dirty and don't make our world dirty, please. Thank you.
Good morning everybody, myself Siya Sanjay Zagule from standard 6. Today I am going to teach you about the body movement. What is a movement? A movement is the change in the position of a body part with respect to our whole body. There are 3 systems of our body which help us in the body movements. They are the skeletal system, nervous system, and the muscular system. Out of this, today we are going to learn about the skeletal system. All the bones in our body form a framework called the skeleton. The skeletal system consists of the bones, joints, and the cartilage. The bones. The total number of bones in our body is 206 bones. The joints. The joints are the structures that connect 2 or more parts of our body. Example, the elbow joints. These are the elbow joints. The joints also help us to perform the several activities such as the walking, bending, running, etc. There are 2 types of joints, the movable joints and the fixed joints. The joints that move are known as the movable joint. There are 3 types of movable joints, the ball and socket joint, pivot joint, and the hinge joint. Ball and socket joint. The ball and socket joint is like the pestle and the mortar. It is present in our shoulder and the hip. Can you see this? This is a ball and this is a socket. The ball is fixed in the socket. The pivot joint. The pivot joint is like the gear lever. It is present in our neck so that we can move our neck front, back, right and left in all directions. The hinge joint. The hinge joint is like the hinge of a door. It is present in our elbow, knees, etc. The fixed joints. The fixed joints are the joints that do not move. Example, the skull. The cartilage. Can you see this blue part? It is known as the cartilage. The firm and flexible structure is known as the cartilage. It not only provides support but also allows a little movement. The types of skeletal system. There are two types of skeletal system. The endoskeleton and the exoskeleton. The internal skeleton is known as the endoskeleton. Example, the human, birds, fish, etc. The exoskeleton. The external skeleton is known as the exoskeleton. Example, snail. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. I am Aditya Markutri. I am studying in 6th standard at Sarvodaya Vivek Jeevan Vidya Public School, Gadinglas. She is a very bold lady. We can learn a lot of things from her. She is a polite person who can handle any kind of situation in a very proactive way. She cooks very well and she prepares delicious food whenever we go to our native place. Guess who is she? Yes, she is our grandma. Every one of us has an old lady with us. She is our grandma. I love and respect my grandma very much. To show her heartfelt gratitude, I am going to narrate a short poem in front of you all. Written by myself, Miss Aditya. Granny always held my heart. Right from the very start, her arms were open wide. She had the safest place to hide. Inside my granny's hug, I was safe and snug. Granny's love appeared, then the trouble disappeared. Granny made me happy when I was unhappy. Granny wiped my tears and chased away my all fears. My granny is old, but she is pure gold. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Anna Vinay Mane from Standard 6. My school name is Sarvodaya Vivek Jeevan Vidya Public School. Today we are going to learn about unitary method. Unitary method is a technique of solving the problem by first finding the value of a single unit and the value of a required number. In simple terms, unitary method is to find out the value of a single unit by a given multiple. From cost of many to cost of one, we divide. From cost of one to cost of required number, we multiply. Many to one, one to required number. So, let us take an example. Here are 6 books costing 780 rupees. But I want to take only 4 books. What will be the cost of 4 books? Let us find out. So, we have to find the value of 1 book. Cost of 1 book is equal to cost of 6 books divided by total number of books. Here we divide 780 by 6. We get answer as 130. Cost of 1 book is equal to 130 rupees. Cost of 4 books is equal to cost of 1 book multiplied by number of books. Here we multiply 130 by 4. We get answer as 520. Therefore, cost of 4 books is equal to 520 rupees. So, let us take an example. Here are 8 pencil box cost as 80 rupees. But I want to take only 5 pencil box. What will be the cost of it? So, first we have to find the value of 1 pencil box. Cost of total pencil box is divided by number of pencil box. Here we divide 80 divided by 8. We get answer as 10. Therefore, cost of 1 pencil box is equal to 10 rupees. Cost of 5 pencil box is equal to cost of 1 pencil box multiplied by number of pencil box. Here we multiply 10 multiplied by 5. We get answer as 50. Therefore, cost of 5 pencil box is equal to 50 rupees. Thank you.
Good morning, all of you. My name is Saish Pandurang Desai. I am studying in 6th class. My school name is Sarvodaya. My topic is direction. Direction, I will show you the map. See, this is India's map. Now I will show you the direction. This is east and this is west. This is north and this is south. Okay? Now I will tell about direction. Direction play an important role in Vastu. Right knowledge of direction is very important to make a building structure according to Vastu. In the olden days, people who needed to check the direction very minutely used to see the shadow of sun. In the modern technical world, the instruments called magnetic compass. It is used to check the direction. In the total, there are 8 directions, but to check with compass. Thank you. Bye.
सुप्रभात, मेरा नाम वेदांत नरेंद्र घेवड़े है। मैं 6ठी कक्षा में पढ़ता हूँ। आज मैं आपको एक कहानी बताने वाला हूँ। उस कहानी का नाम है रामू की कमाई। एक गांव था। गांव में रामू नाम का एक लड़का था। रामू की एक बहन और उसकी माँ पर पापा चल बसे थे। इस वजह से वो गरीब थे और एक दिन माँ का ऑपरेशन करना पड़ा और उसके लिए पैसे चाहिए थे और रामू ने एक सुझाव आजमाया कि वो रोज़ रात को चौकीदारी का काम करेगा और पैसे कमाएगा और एक वीक 2 वीक बाद उसने उनके पास पैसा आया। बाद में उनके आंगन में थोड़े फल और सब्जियां थीं और उन्हें धो के जाके बाजार में बेचकर एक 2 वीक बाद उनके पास और थोड़ा पैसा आया। बाद में उन्होंने घर में सबके घर में जाके झाड़ू पोंछा और बर्तन मांजे। इस वजह से उन्हें और थोड़े पैसे मिले और उतने पैसे माँ के ऑपरेशन में चाहिए थे और उनके माँ को डॉक्टर के पास लेके ऑपरेशन करके वो खुशहाल ज़िंदगी जीने लगे। थैंक यू। इधर ही मेरा स्टोरी एंड होता है।
The both words snuggle and juggle are rhyming words. They rhyme with each other. Do you know why does the poet use rhyming words in the poem? Yes, the poets use rhyming words to make the poem sound musically. It helps the reader and listener to memorize the words in the poem. Let us learn more rhyming words from the poem My Juggling Granny. We will learn rhyming words with ending sound. Okay, see on the board. Ending sound with rhyming words. Rhyming words are here and ending sound are here. She, be, ends with E. Splash, gnash, ends with sh, sh. Fried, side, ends with t, ht. You have learned these all rhyming words and a new poem. Some questions I want to ask you. Who is the poet of the poem My Juggling Granny? We have learned this. Yes, correct. The poet of the poem is Mala Kumar and Manisha Chaudhary. And what are the meaning of rhyming words? Yes, correct. The rhyming words meaning is the rhyming words are those words ending with same sound. Okay, we have
we are at the ending. Okay, bye. Hope you have understood today we have learned that.
नमस्कार, मैं वीर धवल सुरसी अमानी आज आपके लिए गाने जा रहा हूँ प्रकृति का जादू इस पर कविता। पर्वत कहता शीश उठाकर तुम भी ऊंचे बन जाओ, सागर कहता है लहरा कर मन में गहराई लाओ, नभ कहता है फैलो इतना ढक लो तुम सारा संसार, समझ रहे हो क्या कहती है उठ उठ गिरगिट तरल तरंग, भर लो अपने दिल में मीठी मीठी मृदुल उमंग, मीठी मीठी मृदुल उमंग, मीठी मीठी मृदुल उमंग। थैंक यू।
Good morning, respected teachers and all my dear friends. My name is Varan Netaji Palkar. I have topic of telemarks. Let's see first what is data and data handling. Because data handling having telemarks and pictogram. Let's see example of you must have observed your teacher to record the attendance of students in the class every day, or recording marks obtained by you after every test or examination. Similarly, in day-to-day life, you must have seen several kind of tables, consistent numbers, figures, names, etc. These tables provide data. Data is a collection of numbers gathered here to give some information. Now see method to record data. There are two methods to record data. First is telemarks. Let's see what is telemarks with example. The teacher wants to know the choice of food of each student as part of the meal program. The teacher assigns to task the collecting this information to Myra. Then teacher suggested to make a group of five marks. Then fourth straight line and fifth cross line. This is the telemarks process. So we can count easily the numbers of students having what type of mail.
सुप्रभात। आज मी तुम्हाला भारतीय शेतकऱ्यांबद्दल सांगणार आहे। भारत ही शेतकऱ्यांची भूमी आहे। आमचा भारत कृषी प्रधान देश आहे। शेतकरी शेतात खूप कष्ट करतो, आपल्या देशासाठी काम करतो। शेतकरीला अन्नदाता असे म्हटले जाते। त्याचे कार्य शेतातून प्रारंभ होतात व शेतात संपतात। तो पहाटे उठतो आणि शेतात जातो। शेतकरी हा साधा आणि कष्ट करणारा माणूस आहे, परंतु त्यांनी केले गेलेल्या उत्पादनामधून त्यांना जास्त उत्पादन मिळत नाही। कितीही पाऊस, थंड आणि उन्हाळा असो, तो शेतात काम करतो। शेतकरी सकाळी उठून आपली बैले आणि नांगर घेऊन शेतात जातो। तो शेतात नांगरतो। अधिक पाऊस किंवा कमी पाऊस शेताच्या पिकाला फायदेशीर ठरत नाही। असे झाल्यास शेतकऱ्यांचे मोठे नुकसान होते। शेतकरी जमीनदाराकडून कर्ज घेतो। कर्जाची परतफेड करणे त्याच्याकडून फारच अवघड होते। भारतीय शेतकरी बहुतेक अतिशय आहे। कर्ज, शेतीविषयक साधने, अनुदान, सिंच अशी खूप सुविधा भारत सरकारने शेतकऱ्यांना उपलब्ध करत आहे। आजकाल भारतीय शेतकऱ्यांची परिस्थिती मागील दिवसांपेक्षा अधिक चांगली आहे। ते संपूर्ण देशासाठी अन्न उपलब्ध करत आहे। ही त्यांनी सर्वात अन्न उपलब्ध करत आहेत। असा हा आमचा शेतकरी खूप महान आहे। त्याचे गुरुढोरे त्याचे गुरु डरे सर्वात मौल्यवान आणि मालमत्ता आहे. जेव्हा पीक पिकते तेव्हा तो शेतकरी आपले पिकांचे कापणी करतो व कापलेले पीक बाजारात घेतो आणि विकतो. धन्यवाद.
My name is Avishkar Vishwas Patil. I study in standard 6. Today I am going to tell you about air. Air is important for living things. Breathing is a process called respiration. During respiration, a living thing takes in oxygen from the air and gives out carbon dioxide. This process gives animals and plants the energy to eat, grow and live life. Air is a natural virtue on earth which sustains life. It exists on atmosphere. It basically contains mixture of numerous gases like air, oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide in higher properties and much smaller properties of argon, water vapor and other gases. Air is invisible. We forgot that it is all around us. When we blow air in a balloon, we can feel the air pushing in the balloon. It's same as a tire or a basketball. When we switch on a fan and sit in front of it, we can actually feel the air molecules moving in the same direction. Air can be polluted by some gases such as smoke and ash. It causes global warming and it can harm people's health. Air is invisible. We cannot see it by our eyes. Through shimmering in the hot air can be seen. There are uses of air. They are sustain life and growth, maintaining temperature, supply of energy and photosynthesis. Thank you.
नमस्कार, मैं समर प्रकाश जाधव, कक्षा 6, स्कूल का नाम सर्वोदय विवेक जीवन विद्या पब्लिक स्कूल है। मैं अभी आंखें के बारे में कुछ तो कहना चाहता हूँ। मैं भगवान का शुक्रगुजार हूँ क्योंकि भगवान ने हमें दो आंखें दी है। भगवान ने हमें दो आंखें दी है, इसलिए हमें उसे संभालना चाहिए। सब मिलता है पर आंखें कभी नहीं मिलती, ऐसा मैं हर वक्त कहता हूँ। आंखें मतलब क्या? छोटी सी चीज नहीं है, उसके एक काले और पांडे और काले कलर का होते हैं। हम आंखें के 2 रोग है, कांच बिंदु और मोती बिंदु। हमें ऑपरेशन करने के बाद हमें काला चश्मा पड़ता है, इसलिए हमें हमारे आंखें का ध्यान रखना चाहिए। मिट्टी आंखें में नहीं जानी चाहिए। और मैं कहता हूँ आंखें ऐसे हमारे आंखें के जो गंदगी होती है ना, वो ऐसे निकालनी नहीं, क्योंकि मैं भी दिखाता हूँ किस वक्त हमें आंखें धोने पड़ते हैं। ऐसे मेरे देखो, जो है पानी है ना, उससे हमें धोना चाहिए, 3 बार धोना चाहिए, 3 बार। ऐसे और ऐसे। इसके बाद हमें ऐसे करने पड़ता है। हमें हाथ से नहीं पूछना चाहिए, है जो हैंकरचीफ है उससे पूछने पड़ेंगे। ऐसा नहीं करना, सिर्फ ऐसा